future continent of Amasia, America and Asia stuck together. Amasia, as next supercontinent forms, the Arctic Ocean, Caribbean will vanish first. This is by Eric Gershon, Yale University. And we see the image of present-day Earth. Look at the North Pole, as you can see there, and take a look at the yellow areas as well. And the North Pole, of course, comes together. We have Alaska stuck on Russia, basically, and Greenland in the North Pole. Geologists at the Yale University proposed a new theory to describe the formation of supercontinents, the epic process by which Earth's major continental blocks combine into a single vast landmass. The new model radically challenges the dominant theories of how supercontinents might take shape. In a paper in the journal Nature, Yale researchers introduce a process called orthoversion, in which each succeeding supercontinent forms 90 degrees from the geographic center of its ancient predecessor. Under the theory, the present-day Arctic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea will vanish as North and South America fuse during a mutual northward migration that leads to a collision with Europe and Asia. After those water bodies close, we're on our way to the next supercontinent. This is what Ross Mitchell, Yale doctoral student, who was the paper's first author, said. You'd have the Americas meeting Eurasia practically at the North Pole. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. The researchers do not speculate in the paper when the next supercontinent, named Amasia for its union of America with Eurasia, will emerge, but the event is far distant, between 50 million and 200 million years away, Michael said. The new theory contrasts with the standard theories about supercontinent formation, introversion, and extroversion, which hold that supercontinents form either 0 or 180 degrees away from the geographic center of the previous supercontinent. Under these early theories, the Atlantic Ocean will disappear and the next supercontinent will form, with the center more or less in the same spot at the last supercontinent center, present-day Africa. Or alternately, the Pacific Ocean will disappear and the next supercontinent will form in a center on the opposite side of the globe. And Mitchell and colleagues arrived at the new theory after an extensive analysis of the magnetism of ancient rocks. After each historical supercontinent assembled, it underwent a series of back and forth rotations around a stable axis along the equator. From one supercontinent to the next, the axes were offset from each other by about 90 degrees, the Yale team showed, consistent with orthoversion, but not with either introversion or extroversion. This kind of analysis gives us a way to arrange continents in both latitude and longitude, providing a better understanding and patterns of biological dispersion and the dynamics of Earth's deep interior, said the Yale student, the study's second author. The most recent supercontinent, Pangaea, formed about 300 million years ago, with Africa at its center. It began breaking apart into the 7 continents of today, with the birth of the Atlantic Ocean about 100 million years later. Researchers believe Pangaea is the 3rd or 4th supercontinent in Earth's history. Its immediate predecessors were Rodinia, which formed about 1 billion years ago, and Nuna, which formed about 1.8 billion years ago. The paper's senior author, Professor David Evans of Yale, devoted most of his career to studying the internal arrangements of the Earth's continental blocks. Under the orthoversion model, either Asia or North America would become the center of Amasia, in a spot currently occupied by the Arctic Ocean. A newly formed mountain range will stitch them together. Such speculations far into the future cannot be tested by waiting around 100 million years, of course, Evans said, but we can use the patterns gleaned from ancient supercontinents to think deeply about humanity's current existence in time and space within the grand tectonic dance of the Earth. This is from Yale University and on phys.org. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support.